Well, hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another video in my Black History Not Taught in Schools mini-series featuring the Black History flashcards by urbanintellectuals.com. These videos are not sponsored. They are simply for informational and entertainment purposes only. So I am simply highlighting figures from Black history that may not be taught about in schools. So welcome back to day 44. So I am highlighting the Black History flashcards from Urban Intellectuals. If you are interested in these flashcards, then you can head over to their website, urbanintellectuals.com, and order some of these cards. They have 5 volumes, and I am highlighting volumes 1 and 2. Volume 2 is the women specifically. So let's get into today's figures, shall we? Okay, so today we have Paul Robeson and Rosa Parks. Paul Robeson and Rosa Parks. I'm pretty sure Rosa Parks is probably taught about in school. So, yeah. But let's get into it. So, Paul Robeson, April 9th. Okay, it's not focusing at all. There we go. April 9th, 1898 to January 23rd, 1976. So, he was an athlete and performing artist who became involved with the civil rights movement. Okay, there we go. He was the first black actor to play Shakespeare's Othello on Broadway. He supported Pan-Africanism, sang for Loyalist soldiers during Spain's Civil War, took part in anti-Nazi demonstrations, and performed for Allied forces during World War I. Labeled a communist and staunchly criticized by government officials as well as some African American leaders. Blacklisted from domestic concert venues, record labels, and film studios due to his advocacy. Ooh, I apologize if you can hear the trash. It's trash day, so I apologize if you can hear the loud truck. We'll wait for it to go by. Okay. So, blacklisted from domestic concert venues, record labels, and film studios due to his advocacy of anti-imperialism with affiliation with communism and criticism of the United States government. In 1950, he was barred by the U.S. State Department from renewing his passport to travel abroad for engagements. So he was basically an actor who stood up for, basically, he had a voice and he chose to use it in the best way that he thought that he could. And the way that I feel is that when people are standing up and fighting for what they believe in, that is what's right. I mean, if you're fighting for what you believe in, then you're fighting for what's right. And, if anyone back in those days, if anyone ever said anything bad about the government, then they had easier control and there was, excuse me, there was less freedom of speech back then, especially among the African American community. So it's very interesting that they wouldn't let him go out of the country to do any more performances in 1950. So, yeah. Paul Robeson. I'm not sure. Then we have Rosa Parks, February 4th, 1913, October 24th, 2005. And I don't know if you notice who's in the background of her picture. Nice. All right. So she was a civil rights advocate and mother of the freedom movement, an early activist and NAACP member who worked to free the Scottsboro Boys in the 1930s. She refused to give up her seat to a white man on an Alabama bus in 1955, a key event that helped kick off the civil rights movement and the Montgomery bus boycott. She co-founded the Rosa and Raymond Parks Institute for Self-Development to help youth reach their highest potential. She earned more than 40 honorary doctorate degrees and hundreds of medals and awards, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom. In 1997, Parks became the first living person to be honored with a holiday. So, Rosa Parks is the one that we know who refused to give up her seat to somebody on the Montgomery bus. And interestingly enough, is that there was a teenage girl, Claudette Colvin, who actually was the first person who did this, but Rosa Parks, I guess there's stories that have said that because Rosa Parks fit the bill a little bit better, that they went with her, because the earlier girl who refused to give up her seat, she was a teenager. She was darker skinned and she was unwed. So, uh, yeah, she was unwed and was pregnant. So she was like a teen mom, and they didn't. So the story goes. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. It could be true though. So that Rosa Parks' face was a better one to use for that movement. So I think that's interesting as well. But nonetheless, she still was very much one of the main people within the civil rights movement. So, yeah. So, those are our day 44 figures, Paul Robeson and Rosa Parks. So, I hope that you are all enjoying this series as much as I am enjoying doing it, and that I am thankful that you guys are coming along and deciding to go through these and learn new stuff, learn about new figures with me. So, thank you very much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you. Oh, well, don't forget to give these videos a thumbs up. It helps it to reach out to a larger audience who would like to see these videos as well. So, yes, so thank you so very much. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.